Yo, we out here, baby.
Check. What's up?
StreamSpace, podcast, Ep.6. Special guest, Corey Grant.
Yo, what's good?
What's good with you, bro?
The Jedi.
I'm chilling,
The
man.
Jedi.
It's been good.
Or
Life's been good.
Let Cardi B say it's the Jetty.
It's the Jedi. Hey, you peeped that? Yo, when she sent that, I was like, yo, this is perfect. I don't even care that she messed it up. It's Cardi B.
Right, that's like it's unique now.
You know?
So let's just start at the beginning, man.
Yeah.
You feel me? Elementary, maybe middle school. I don't know. When did you get into music? When was your first tap in with music? It could be hip hop. You know how to start.
See, my parents, they didn't really rock with hip hop. So like they played like a lot of soul music. So we was listening to like Curtis, like Al Green, you know, all the classic artists. And I don't know, like I just kind of like start getting slowly into hip hop because my sister didn't even play like a lot of hip hop music. And I just kind of got slowly into it, and I just like the culture of it, like the what it stood for, you know, like especially being like a young, you know, black man is like they're speaking like, you know, they're speaking for us, you know what I'm saying? So it just made me, you know, want to dive more deep into it. And from there, that's kind of like where I caught my love. I would say probably like we talking like 4th, 5th grade is like when I was like, yeah, I really, really dig like hip hop.
That's early on for real.
And then luckily on the DJ side, I seen like footage of the executioners. And I didn't know what the hell they was doing, but it was like you seeing 4 dudes, they coming in and they're, you know, they on the turntables, and one, you know, he bringing the records back, and then the next one come up and he doing some stuff. This was crazy to me that you could have all these DJs in one setting with the same records, but they're making a new record out of the same record. And I thought that was really interesting. That was like what kind of just turned me into like the DJ world. Like, yo, this is kind of crazy.
So
It's an
people
art.
had the record players in the house.
Yeah, they had the if y'all remember the cabinet ones, like when you open up the middle.
It was like in there.
Yeah. So I had one in my bedroom,
Ugh.
and I used to mess around with it. Like when she, you know, I don't know what I thought of. I thought I was gonna get in trouble for it, but whenever she'd go to work, I like mess around with them. You know? It was just like kind of like curious. You know what I mean?
But the soul records though, that's a good place to start though.
Yeah.
As a youngin, you know.
She had it was some good soul ones in there. I don't know why people used to buy these records, but she had Disney records. I didn't really understand like why.
I guess like, I would have to guess it's like if you like that one song, that was the only way you could get it.
Yeah, but it was weird. It was weird because it was like, you know,
Like which one though? Like
I don't remember, but I just remember Donald Duck being on there, and like
she had a Mickey Mouse compilation.
yeah, like I don't know why she bought that.
Like I want to be on Fly on the Wall when y'all was listening to it. What was the context?
You know, honestly, I was just so thirsty to try to scratch it. So it was like I would play it a little bit, but then I'd just be scratching it. I was tearing the needle up. For sure.
Not built for that.
No.
Right.
Not
Nah, they getting really soul.
Nah, yeah, but you know, it was fun, man. It was just like just being curious, and
So did you start on like analog tables, like old school?
yeah, well,
When did you get your first like one that you could scratch on?
so when I was like maybe I think I was like 18, I bought that was the first time I ever bought anything DJ wise. It was this controller. And it was really trash. It was really bad, but it was just something to kind of like, you know, feed the curiosity. I bought it. I didn't use it that long. Then I bought these Denons, and they were like CD players. And I tried with that, and I was just like, nah. And then I saved up some money, and I just got the text because I was just like, I don't think I can really. I didn't like any form of any type of turntables. I was like, this got to be it.
Yeah.
If I don't like these, then it's not for me.
Yeah.
You had to go through all that to learn why the techniques were so magical.
Yeah.
Like my first ones, I had some Stanton belt drives,
Ooh,
and
I already know.
then you had to understand why direct drive was so much better because, like, no matter what you thought in your head, the belt drive wasn't doing that. It was gonna do it a half step behind.
Yeah, and they don't last that. And
Nope.
they don't last as long.
When that belt breaks, it's over.
It's over. It's over. You know, it's people that still using techniques that's like it's 2023. Like we talking like 40, 50 years old, still work.
Where them other ones?
They made them
They
too
down here
good.
somewhere.
Oh yeah, they back there.
Yeah, they back there. I got,
Yeah, they back in the room,
Yeah,
yep.
They made them too good.
They from like the 80s because you
Yeah.
can look on the serial number. You can see when they were built. They were from the 80s.
Crazy.
It's like a solid piece of hardware though.
Yeah.
You know, it's very solid. I like that about it though. I don't like no flimsy musical gear.
And it's easy to get fixed.
Yeah.
Like if it's not one of those like
It's
you
very
gotta-
straightforward.
Yeah, you can get it fixed locally. You don't have to send it off. I mean, imagine sending that 25-pound turntable off. No, I'm not trying.
Simply
Nah.
made, and they're easy to fix. You know.
Mhm.
Definitely.
So did you play any instruments growing up?
Man, so it's crazy. My sister. So my sister's 2 years older than me.
Mhm.
So she got to play the clarinet, and I thought it was so cool.
Okay.
I thought it was so cool. So when I went to Whitney Young, I didn't get the same music class. So all we got to play was recorders.
Oh.
They did us dirty, man.
They didn't have it anymore, or
I don't know if they didn't have it or if they got rid of it, but what happened?
Got
but
the
they
recorder.
went, yeah, we had to play
Budget
recorders.
restrictions.
Yeah, that probably was what it was. So I didn't get to. Yeah, I wanted to play the trumpet. I wanted to play the trumpet and I wanted to play the drums, really, really bad.
Okay.
But I never got to. I never got to as a kid. The recorder was the only thing that I got to play. I don't think my parents took me serious about music like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get a chance to learn any music theory as a kid.
Well, other than music, what was some of your outlets? Gamer,
Oh yeah,
skateboarder?
Oh yeah, nah.
No,
I
basketball.
respected skateboarding. No, I couldn't do it. And basketball, I can't hoop, but I play.
I ain't
But
hoop.
gaming for sure, like
Just
that was
in
probably
wrestling.
number one.
Yeah, just be wrestling. Yeah, wrestling.
Yeah, we was out there. But I started wrestling. It was funny because when I was in Maple and everything, and I tried out for the basketball team, knowing I'm trash. But my best friend was like, "Man, come try out for me." We both got cut on the first day. Like, hey man, I need y'all to clock out, man. And so they was like, "Hey, we having wrestling tryouts across the street at the high school because the middle school is right across the street from high school." And so that was when we were real big on WWF. So we thought that's what it was, right? So we about to go out here and hit somebody with the rock bottom and all that stuff, right? And we went out there. I'm like, man, what is this, man? Like, what's going on here, man? Where the real wrestling at? But I just loved it. I took on to it, and that was one of my things.
That's dope.
That's
That's,
what's up.
super dope.
That's what's up.
By accident.
By accident.
That's
man.
crazy.
Found a passion.
That's dope.
Man, so hip hop is coming in. You probably like 20s. What music was fire when you were around your 20s?
20.
Yeah. Like around 20.
Cuddy just start really taking off.
See.
Drake was coming out. I think So Far Gone had literally just
See.
came out like a month after my birthday.
That's one of them times right there.
Yeah, Currency, Wiz, Big Sean.
Mm-hmm.
That was an era, man. Like that was a really, really cool Wale.
Okay.
Big
You know what I
three.
mean? Yeah, I mean like
Oh, man.
that was a hell of an era because it was like so new
Mm-hmm.
and refreshing. And I think we were hearing stuff that we never really heard, elements that we never really heard in hip hop, especially with Drake.
Yeah.
You know, like
And then the mixtapes pretty much being like albums at that
Yeah,
point. Like they
and
put
they were-
so much into a mixtape.
people were literally creating tours from a
From a
mixtape.
mixtape, bro.
From a mixtape.
Getting on from mixtape, bro. They was going like they was hitting all the colleges up, and
Yeah.
and it was not an album, bro. It was just some free stuff, and
Yeah.
how accessible everything was.
The blogs.
The
Blogs.
The blogs is where it
Two
was.
dope boys, man.
Ill Roots.
Man.
Nah, right.
Man, I'm from
I
Cleveland.
mean, come on now.
What killed the blogs, in your opinion?
What always kills, usually, I'm gonna be honest. Like I think what always kills the innovation of most outlets in music is the labels, because what happens is things get created organically, and the blog era was created so organically. Like, it was just like fun to go like find new blogs, new music, and once the labels kind of realize like, oh, it's an audience in this, and like, oh, it's money in this, they're gonna get to the blogs financially because most of these bloggers aren't making money.
Nah.
They're going out their way because for their love of music to go to this show and go to like hear this DJ or be in this session, and
Right.
so it's like, I think once the labels got hip, they start pumping their artists on there, and it just kind of takes away from like the organicness of what it was.
Yeah.
Streaming too. it was a lot easier to find music
Yeah.
without having to search for it.
Yep.
You know, so it's like between those two, it kind of just had no choice but to kind of go that route.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I think it was also like the businesses just in general taking over, like no slight to them,
Yeah.
but complex.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
you would see the blogs, they would get swallowed up and become part of the complex network, right?
Yep.
And so that would just make it super corporate. You know,
Yep.
like just think about like a restaurant that you like and they get swallowed up by a big
Yeah.
corporation. You got to start following their rules now instead of just being
Yep.
like you said, organic and unique the way that you were.
It's dope.
And then
Yeah.
and then just music being so, because it's a gift and a curse of like social media and how accessible the internet is,
Mhm.
and how oversaturated the game got. Anybody
Yeah.
could go ahead and just put something out, and it was just hard to find the good stuff then.
Yeah, that's very that you hit it on the head with that complex network. That's like for real. Cause some of my favorite blogs were even under the complex network. So it's like, and like you said, they you know now they're looking at it like it's going from my set of rules. Like the reason I created this whole thing, and the thing is like you cannot be mad at the bloggers. Like they had to pay their bills.
Yep.
You know,
Right.
somehow I can't be mad at that. Like
Yeah.
you know,
What would you do if somebody waved a few $1,000s
you
in
gonna
your
take
face?
it?
You taking
You
it?
gonna take it? You know what I mean? You gonna take it. I don't know why people act like they wouldn't, but you would.
Right.
I mean, you know, especially like some of these bloggers lived in New York. It's expensive as hell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You talking about I can get paid for my expertise in like finding new artists. Run it.
Right. So what? So you DJing now? What do you think like lifted you to the next level where you were like, hey, you know what? I can actually do this for a living. And how did you create that business model for yourself?
Honestly, I'll have to say like just experiment a lot in different fields outside of music. When I was like 19, I couldn't get a job. I joined the military. I did it for like 2.5, close to 3 years. Wasn't for me, but I did get to learn a lot at a young age. I was a phlebotomist at one point in time. I went to school for like medical assistant. Like I did a lot of random stuff, and I had like a lot of random like jobs. And I think it just once I started DJing, I just believed in myself so much that it was like, yo, I'm not going back to like working any other job if I don't have to.
Right.
And it kind of just made me like take low key like I don't know how to explain it, but like I didn't know where the money was gonna come from, but I was like I believed in myself enough to be like it's gonna come from somewhere, and that's kind of what made me realize like yo we can make this actually happen like full time, and I started breaking down like the amount of money I needed to make. I started having to break down.
Strategic about it.
Yeah, you gotta be a little strategic. You know, treat it like a 9 to 5. Like
Yeah.
you work 40 hours a week at any 9 to 5. Like that's a lot of time. Now with DJing, you probably working. If you're working 3 days out the week, let's say that's 12 hours. You still need to put a decent amount of time back into what you're doing, whether that's research on how to get gigs, putting out mixes, production, whatever it is. But I just woke up and, you know, we just like, yo, let's treat it like a job. Mm-hmm. And I think because of that, I was able to like create that just create that pocket to be able to have like do this full time.
Yeah, so
You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
it's like you force yourself to have the hustle, but I think it also the passion behind it. You find like you said, I did so many odd jobs and
Yeah.
I found out what I didn't like, and then found out what I did like, and then once you were passionate about it, it wasn't like it was too much work. It was like I'm gonna just keep on doing this.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it has its ups and downs. It's still a job, but it's like, you know, it's like challenging, and I think that's what makes DJing like exciting to me. Like, no two gigs are really alike, and it could be in the same venue. So it's yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like that kept me excited about it. Whereas like when I did other jobs that I worked, like it just got repetitive, like really quick, and it just the excitement just wore off really quick, and just that's when I realized like, you know, this was for me.
What's your What's the most favorite gig that you ever had? Like the most memorable gig that you had that you liked, and then on the flip side, what was the gig that you was like, hey man, I wish I could just erase that from my memory?
You know what's crazy? Somebody literally asked me this like 2 days ago. That's crazy. Most memorable gig. Maybe I'm gonna say two of them. One, I'm gonna say one for financials, and another one for experience. The one for experience, Cleveland Scene did this party back in the day. It was at the library downtown,
Okay.
and it was crazy. Like, I mean, it was actually really, it was produced really well.
Is it at the library?
At the library, bro.
at the library,
Crazy. And it was a DJ. I think they had Mr. Bradley P up front. I was in the back DJing, and it was like it was like an amazing party. Like, I mean, like, we're partying in the library, and it's like, yo, like, people are getting drunk and like tore up in the library. Like, I'm getting to play like whatever I want right now. Like, this is crazy. But that was pretty cool. And yeah, that was a pretty cool gig. I think that was one of the gigs that made me realize like how to diversify my sets as a DJ.
Yeah.
And learning how to like put music together, like where I can play hip hop, but I'm also playing this, and I'm also playing like different genres, and just kind of figuring out like how to fuse them together. So that's why that one is very memorable too. I would say financially, shout out my boy Warren Peace from Kentucky. He brought me down there to DJ one time. I really don't even remember the name of the spot. I think it was called like the Vasa or something like that. I could be totally wrong, but I remember at the end, I think I did like 2 hours. He did 2 hours, and at the end of the night, comes up to me and hands me like $1,000. And this is early into my career. Like, this is early into my career. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I had even been DJing a total of 5 years yet.
Yeah.
Maybe if. And he was like, is that cool? Like, I mean, mind you, at that point, I probably had never made more than $250 as a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe $300 if I'm really pushing it. Like, but... And I'm looking like, bruh, like, yeah, like, bruh, I didn't expect to make this shit. Like,
Bro, I made it.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and that was like and I think shout out to him, man, because that empowered me too to,
That's what I was gonna say.
like, yeah, like that let me know,
That
like,
pushes
yo,
you.
it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So shout out to Warren Peace, man. That's my dog.
Things like that in our line of work, like in the creative aspect, is almost like you hear that in sports when they say, once I made that shot, the rim got bigger.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
it's like once you get paid something like that, you may not get paid like that again for some months or maybe even a year, but you know you can.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just like, it's really a good goal to shoot for at that point.
Hell
like,
yeah.
It's like a real, like, you know, you're not dreaming big.
Yeah, and just the value that it instills in you. I mean, and you know, as artists and producers and DJs and whatever we do creatively, it's one of the most sensitive things that we can put into the world.
Yeah.
Because we're giving the people a piece of us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, for somebody to be like, here, you're valued that high to hand me $1,000 for 120 minutes of playing music. I mean, that put my confidence through the roof.
Yeah. Now,
You know what
when
I
you
mean?
said you give like a piece of yourself being a creative like that, like how do you find balance in your day-to-day life with living that type of lifestyle where it is always like a service in a way, you know, and being around other people? How do you balance that with you, like Corey, you know?
You gotta, I think you gotta just make sure to do things for yourself. You know, like being a DJ is like you work in the service industry, and like you are appeasing people to an extent, you know, like,
Right.
so like, you know, you gotta make sure like that you do for yourself. You gotta make sure that you putting back into yourself. And I think that's the biggest part out of it, because you can get burnt out real quick
Right.
in anything, you know. And you know, like, in being DJ, you know, being a DJ is a social job too.
You can't just be quiet.
Yeah, you know, like you gotta kind of like politic, like,
Yeah.
so you gotta just make sure that you balancing out your life with, you know, make sure you balance like that work life with catching up on like the things that you need for yourself, and not wearing yourself out, like not just weeks on weeks on weeks of work. Like, take a weekend off. You can miss the money.
Yeah.
For real, because your mental space after that weekend is going to be so much better. You'll be like, yo, I didn't need that money because now I'm about to go make more money anyway.
Yeah.
So you got to take time for yourself, and whatever it is you like, whether that's going to the gym, taking a walk, turn off your phone too.
That's a big
Disconnect
one,
a little
man.
and like, and just put back into yourself, essentially,
Yeah.
you know?
That's key, man, because you know, it could be a lot of, we can get busy. You know,
Very.
my mom had kind of put me in check today. She was like, yeah, what are you doing this weekend? I was like, blah, 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 blah. She was like, you really that busy? And I was like, in reality, I really am. But then it's like, okay, next weekend, I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
We here with the family. Like, something you almost gotta make it happen, you know,
Facts.
because you can't, like I told her, like, I could have something to do every day if it really wants to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So you create that lifestyle because you need that to sustain itself, but then you have to like learn how to pull back some days. You know, and I know like even Justin too. Like Justin got a couple little ones. You know, so like that's like another thing that I don't even understand. It's like even trying to get things done and still trying to maintain, you know, just something else like that. It's like it's like a lot of balance, you know. That's like the key of life, honestly, as I get older. I know this is kind of off topic, but as I've thought about it, that's like a key of life, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, we might as well talk about the real life shit, like, that if you don't have that balance, that you have to be with, it's a lot of rocky roads that's ahead without that
you
balance.
got to really learn how to prioritize things. And,
that's key, too.
You know, you know, what am I going to do first? And, you know what I'm saying, what am I going to put here at the top of the list, and what can wait and everything like that, you know, having kids and, you know, having a significant other and all those things while still trying to do something that you love to do. You, like you said, you got to find the balance of all those things to make them happy, to make yourself happy too.
Facts.
All right, so we're going to jump into this next segment. It's called Top 3. We're going to throw a topic out. Yeah, we're going to throw a topic out, and you're going to have to give your top 3 answers or opinions. So we're going to give you a curveball.
You allowed to participate too. So if you want to throw a top 3 out to us,
okay.
you can.
I like that. I like that energy.
We're gonna switch it up. Top 3 foods or dishes.
Top 3 dishes?
Yeah. It could be individual food, but if you got a dish, you know.
I'm gonna put. I definitely gotta put like. So wait, do it have to be a specific type of thing, or I could throw out like.
Just your favorite food in order.
I love salmon.
Okay, here we go.
Can't go wrong with no salmon.
Air
Cannot
fryer?
go wrong. Any which way, man. Grill it. Oven. I bake mine a lot for real, but
Okay.
I like. I really like salmon. I don't know why. It's just I feel like you can make it so many different ways.
Yeah.
So it's like, and it's just easy, quick meal. Can't go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say potatoes, red. Yeah, like the red.
Yeah.
Listen. One day,
What
when they
is
get
it about
when
potatoes,
they
bro?
get warm, I'm gonna invite y'all over. I'm gonna make y'all some on the grill. Like, bro, it's gonna go crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you can never go wrong with that.
Man,
Are you a grill master?
I'm gonna say I'm not master yet. I'm gonna say like I'm a little, maybe 2 levels under master.
See, I mean, okay, you see now.
2 levels
now,
under.
Now him and myself. Oh yeah, we like
I know
right there.
You a dad. You got to be a master. It's like inevitable once you become a dad. You gotta be a master.
You just go to the next level with everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm a chef now.
I'm a chef now.
I might call myself a pit master.
All right, and what's your third food?
I'm gonna go
What we
with.
eating?
I'm gonna have to go with a taco, man. I really love tacos. It's just, it could be made too many ways. I mean, how can you go wrong?
Here's a side mission. Barrio or condado?
I'm not a big fan of barrio.
Man, no Barrio. Crazy.
Only because like, I don't know, man. Like every time I get my tacos, they're kind of cold. I don't really like that.
Okay.
But condados, they never really hit me like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go condado.
Had to ask. Okay, what you got? What you got, Jess?
Let me see. Top 3. I love asking these questions, like, you know, music people, all genres. Top 3 albums of all time.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's so hard.
And you know what? Because like when you ask a music person that, it's actually a harder question than when you ask somebody who's like not really into music like that.
Okay. Man. I would have to say top 3 for me. All genres?
All genres, can be any genre.
Okay. Nas, Illmatic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just inevitable. Hip hop album for me. Inevitable. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's like, I could listen to that a million times back to back.
Have you listened to it this year yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
I probably will, but not yet. Soon. Maybe tonight now.
Maybe it's
I'm gonna say so that's number 1. Flying Lotus, Cosmogramma.
Ooh, okay.
That's that album is insane.
Oh, I see what you about.
Yeah, that album is. I don't know. That
I did
album is
not know
crazy.
who Flying Lotus was until you posted him before.
That's crazy. I got to meet him, man. That was crazy.
Where at?
Austin, Texas.
South by Southwest?
Yeah, man. My first one.
Hey.
He actually twice. He was chilling. Nobody knew who he was. in the crowd. Nobody knew who he was. I just went up to him and started talking to him. And then I lit up. I rolled up at his show. He had to tell me like, yo, we can't smoke in here because he came behind. He had to stop his show. He came out. He's like, bro, we can't smoke in here. They'll shut it down. Because we was like in a museum. And it was like sponsored by Moog and shit. And it was kind of crazy. It was crazy. It had like these synths you can just go play.
Like, bro, we got synthesizers in here. And
Yeah.
shit, bro.
It started to become a pattern where he wilds out in like artsy places.
Yeah. But that was pretty cool. That was a dope experience. I got hip to Tonky Monster too. I wasn't familiar with her before that show, but that was really cool. But he's number 2.
Okay.
Number 3, I'm gonna have to say Most Def, Black on Both Sides.
Yes.
That's like a perfect hip hop album.
Front and back,
man. And it's like you get so many elements. You get so many elements like, and just the wordplay, the cadences, the beats. And I mean, he even gave us an instrumental on there.
Yep.
Shout out May December.
Early.
I think that's what it's called, May December. It was like, it's just, I don't know, like when you put that on, that's like a really beautiful album. And I mean, I don't know, it's just something about that album.
Okay.
Something about that. Okay. Something about that. Those are my 3. Those 3 I can listen to no matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what.
If you on an island, them the 3.
Happy, sad, good times, bad times.
And never get tired of it.
Nope. Not one song on any of those albums.
What you got for us? You got a top 3 on the top of your head you want to ask?
Let me think. Oh, I got one.
Okay.
Top 3. All right, matter of fact, I'm doing both. I got one for both of y'all.
Okay.
Yours, top 3 cars. Your top 3 cars.
Like
of all time. No, it don't matter any decade.
a specific model, or it could just be a
Whatever
company?
whatever you like.
I'm gonna just say overall Cadillac first.
Okay.
And not even because we had, like, my family never had a Cadillac, but it was something about every time I got in a Cadillac as a kid that felt like I was just in, like, this was God drive.
You felt like you was on a Rick Ross song.
Man, it didn't matter what an Escalade, what was it, a DeVille? Is that a
Dorado?
Man, I mean, anything, bro. Like, it was just like super spacious. Like as a kid, like Cadillacs was always crazy.
Yeah.
Number 2, let me see. I'm gonna say a Bugatti.
Okay.
And that sounds crazy, but it's like
I don't think that sounds crazy.
Bugatti?
Yeah, like
Bugatti.
we don't see them driving down the street too often, bro.
It's something about that car, man. That car is a beautifully made car, bro. That car is wild.
Yeah. The color, the way they do the colors on them is kind of crazy too.
Even just like the way it's built and like the curves on it. Like one thing that makes me mad about cars is boxy cars, which is crazy because the third car is a Mercedes, like Evo, I-90. It's low key a boxy car. And I know I just said I hate boxy cars because I do, except that car.
Some things are always the exception.
Yeah, that's an exception. Like that's a good car. That's actually my dream car.
Nice.
It's like a 1990, I think, and I'm not even that much into cars, but I wish do you know what I'm talking about?
No,
I'm gonna pull up and show you.
Yeah, you gotta show me.
I'm gonna pull up and show you. And, man, if I pull up in that in 2023, people they were like, "What is going on, bro?"
But I like that though. That's a good range of cars though. That's a real good range. All right. For you, top 3. Let me think. Top 3 shoes. Top 3 shoes of the 90s.
Oh, okay. Top 3 shoes.
Right
Nice.
there.
Yo, top 3.
I'm not a huge sneakerhead.
That's crazy. Hitting the spoiler is crazy.
Is that the one that 50 Cent bought in the Get Rich or Die Trying?
It looked like
it. Kind of looked like it.
He might have had like an older version.
Yeah.
Man, that mother come crazy.
That boy hard.
Crazy. You pull up in there. Yeah, that's crazy.
Let me see. Okay. All Air Maxes. Like, you know, I just love Air Maxes.
I knew that was coming.
All Air Maxes. Exactly. All Air Maxes.
No, 98s right now.
What you got on right now, Justin?
Huh? Oh, I just got on these Reeboks right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Found them on East Bay before they went out of business.
Shout out East Bay.
Shout out
East Bay.
East Bay.
Rest in
For
peace.
You know, I never actually had a pair of Jordans growing up and everything, but the Jordan 4s.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, Jordan 4s.
That's a good choice.
And then, okay, this is 90s. These didn't come out in the 90s, so I can't say those ones.
Is it on the if it's on the cusp, then you know.
No, because look, like, hey, I was It was it might be it's on the cusp though. But hey, I liked the S. Carters, man. I did. I liked the S. Carters, bro.
Hey.
And I had a pair of S. Carter. I thought I was fly as fuck though.
That was that button up era.
Yep.
You know? Like 2004.
Scooby Doo's.
That's Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo's.
I got one more for you.
Talk to me.
Top 3 movies.
Ooh.
I gotta know.
Okay. Goodfellas.
Ooh.
That's up there. I like Goodfellas because it showed like the rise, the fall, showed like a different perspective of like the mafia.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. Ray Liotta.
Hey, for real,
Yeah.
you know, definitely held it down in his role on there. That was crazy. I'm gonna have to go with for number 2. I'm gonna have to go with Juice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know anybody that didn't want to be a DJ after seeing Juice.
Man.
Yeah.
It's like literally impossible. Like you want it. Like I mean, I used to mimic his movement. If you played it right now, I probably still know all the DJ movements. He ain't even doing them for real.
So you saying that's the drum line? That's the drum line for DJs.
For DJs, 100%.
And Pac was so he was crazy for real. Like you really he
Yeah.
played that role. Bro.
Nah, yeah.
You felt like that was
No,
really
he
him?
did.
Like I'm like, man,
You feel like it was really him?
yeah, like
Bruh.
because I had read something. They was like, man, everybody was actually like scared of him on set because like he was acting too well on this movie.
I mean, you know, Pac is a Gemini, and like, for real, I don't know how much y'all believe in that stuff, but Geminis are really good at acting, man. Like, as far as like roles and stuff, like, they hold on the creative side. They get, I mean, in like Kendrick, look at what Kendrick puts out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's
like,
a Gemini?
He's a Gemini.
Kanye's a Gemini.
Kanye's a Gemini.
My 2 oldest kids are Geminis, and they're great actors.
Shout out to the Geminis, man. I rock with the Geminis, man. For real. So, yeah,
Go over
man.
there, you
Gemini.
Oh, so
Shout
yeah,
out, man.
Libra game go
So
over
yeah,
there,
let's
Libra
we
game.
got one more time. We got to talk about the
Oh, I got one more. I got one more.
you got
Oh,
one
okay.
I
more.
got one
Yeah.
more. Step Brothers.
Ah,
Step
man,
Step
bruh.
Brothers.
Did we just become best friends? Like, hey, bruh, that movie has so
Step
many little quotables in it, but that's a good choice.
It's just perfect. It's like you could put it on at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Step Brothers, I mean, can't go wrong.
Man, oh my goodness, man, that movie is fucking hilarious. He's like, there's so much blood, like,
Like, I don't know how did they not laugh through the whole
movie.
like,
See, that's what I might watch tonight.
yeah, like, he was like, I'm
bro.
gonna go upstairs, I'm gonna go put my balls on your dress.
Disrespectful though. Like
even just old homie, his brother's like wife, like coming on to him and with like, and like that's just a crazy movie, but it's so good. Like
I hate my life.
I know they rolled up before they wrote that.
Man, they had to.
Oh,
man.
what?
They
For sure.
had to.
what? They
They
were
rolled up.
too lit.
Man, right. But both of those, man, that movie is crazy.
What is that? The Catalina wine mix? Is that
the
the
fucking Catalina wine
fucking
mixer.
Catalina wine mix?
That's crazy. All right, let's talk about the Monday program.
Yes, let's
sir.
get to the Monday
Yes,
program.
sir. TMP.
Man, it's taking off, man.
It's out here.
Yeah.
You know what
It's
I'm
definitely
saying?
out here.
I want to know, you know what I'm saying, the inspiration behind it. How did you build this? I mean, you know what I'm saying, where did the Monday program come from?
So like originally, like it started me and K Nice, like we used to have, you know, Mondays off as DJs. That's like our industry day, you know how I go. And
It's the one day you get.
yeah, you know, it's like our industry day for whatever reason.
Like barbers.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, at first, you know, we was gonna make it to where like it was gonna kind of be like this idea where we held like you know, different type of like this week it might be we learn about scratching, and this week we learn about producing, and this week we learn about blase, and that's what it was gonna be like, kind of just holding that for other people like DJs, producers, and just having like an open invite.
To like the public.
Yeah, to the public.
okay,
you know,
okay.
And whoever else was like out here free on Mondays, that kind of like didn't really fall through that way.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just turned into like, all right, we're gonna meet on Mondays to like make beats. And it was originally like me, Dorian, aka Walker OG, Mario, Unknown Phrases, of course. And we met up one Monday, the first ever Monday, and it kind of like failed miserably. Like we
Which means,
wrote
like
it.
nobody was there, or there's nothing.
Nah, we just
weren't
like
productive.
nothing was working right, bro.
Yeah.
Like nothing with the equipment was working right. We rolled up a joint. I think we was a little too high. Like, nothing went how we. I was like, yo, this is what we gonna do. We gonna literally pack up, We're gonna chalk this one up. We're gonna get back to it next week.
Mm-hmm.
Next week we got everything together. It was super dope, and the concept was just like kind of cool. And we're like, yo, we should kind of like really kind of just go forth with this and just keep going and let's go every Monday. And as you know, as we built from what it originally started as, it started evolving more into us making music and putting out music, us putting on shows, festivals.
Yeah.
And the equipment in the studio got better, the music got better,
Right.
everything just kind of started evolving more and more. And it was just from us meeting every week and just putting back into like, putting back into the skill that we wanted to be good at, and that was producing and recording music.
So it's like a collective then?
Yeah, so it's like, we kind of have a small collective of people that, we probably work with the most.
Yeah.
But it's always an open invitation. Like every Monday, we've had graphic designers, rappers, singers, artists, musicians, whoever. Like, some people are just there just to be there, just to kind of like be in the room. Like it's just open, So
just a creative headspace.
Yeah, so like we have like a set few of people that we work with a lot, but at the same time, it's always an open invite, to build with us and we trying to bridge gaps for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You guys got anything coming up that the people need to know about?
Yeah, man. We actually, I'm gonna keep it a surprise, but we actually, I ain't gonna say which magazine it is, but we did get covered in a magazine, which is like really crazy.
Hey,
and it's gonna it's gonna be in print. Should be out here in the next couple weeks.
Okay.
So that's really cool. And
get your copy. Stop playing.
Yes. We're gonna post it up and let y'all know what joint release rocked with us. And shout out to them too, because they like actually pulled up to a Monday program and like, they actually like seen what we do,
nice,
how we create. So it wasn't like, just something like, oh, let's write about y'all. Like
or just a random email that popped up.
Yeah, she actually, they actually pulled up on us, and shout out to them for that. We're working on another TMP Fest.
Okay.
Probably try to do that around summertime.
Yeah.
Maybe like late summer.
Yeah.
We're still working on music. We're recording every day.
Y'all dropped a project, didn't you?
Yeah, we dropped a project last March.
Yeah.
We're actually about to drop another one coming up here soon.
Okay.
Called Westside Market 2.
Westside Market 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first one was Westside Market?
Westside Market, yep.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir. So yeah, we working on got a little, a few things in the works and whatnot, and just kind of staying consistent, and that's the biggest part of it is consistency and just growing and staying creative in the process and enjoying the journey,
The Monday video drops, man.
Yeah.
What was the idea behind that?
So I've always liked, I really love producers. Like producers are like, I don't know what it is. Like I've always loved producers. I feel like they're really creative and just watching how like so many different producers like were making beat videos, but like they were making it in their own respectable way, and I thought that was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking like when I first looked at the MPC, I was like, man, I should really get this because I feel like it would help me step it up as a producer and make me better. But when I got it, I was like, damn, I wonder if I should try to like start making videos.
Yeah.
And it was like, I wanted to create a product that where I can push Cleveland, like this artist or this brand or this business, but also still be able to do it in a way that like showcases what I do and like my creativity.
Stay true to yourself still.
Yeah, and staying true to myself.
What you like, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought I would be able to create something that we didn't really necessarily have. And it's been great. For real. Like
I see the just the attention, the buy-in from everybody. Every Monday people are like waiting for this. And they're like,
it's so crazy.
It's like how is Corey going to introduce it? He's like, Corey's like skydiving, and he's like, oh hey, how's it going?
We got to do that one time.
But that's a great day to do it on because like people need that pick me up on Monday.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what even like I looked at it like Monday is the day that got so much hate.
Yeah,
but if we can turn Monday into the day like where you have that motivation, or the rest of your week is gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We even though Sunday starts the week, Monday is the day like of start of the work week.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like if you feel good at the start of your work week and whatever you do, I feel like you're gonna be pretty solid throughout the rest of the week.
Hey, you gotta start off right.
You gotta start off right. The creativity gonna flow throughout the week. Mm-hmm. The energy gonna be right.
Yeah.
But if you start off negative and I'm not feeling it, and you know the rest of your week is gonna feel that way. It's gonna drag.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna really be motivated. So you got to kind of push yourself to be great for real. You know,
You have to, and that's a daily thing. That's
For
not
real.
like a one-time thing. That's
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
got to keep chipping away at great. Great as a sculpture. You got to just keep on chipping.
Facts,
You know.
big facts.
Hell
Seriously.
yeah, man. Well, you got any other questions, Justin?
No, man. This was great, man. Definitely appreciate you coming on,
For
man.
sure.
We're going to have to maybe do this again or do something else, you know,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
collab on something else together, too.
Definitely appreciate y'all for having me, man.
You got any more plugs? Anything you need to let the people know about?
Mm-hmm. This your moment.
Hey,
Shameless
you know.
plug.
You know, follow us at the Monday program.
There we go.
If y'all want to ever reach out, we out here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out here trying to build with the artists. You know, Cleveland is near and dear to me, and I'm trying to like whatever resources I got to help. You know, we trying to create to inspire. That's what we do here at the Monday program, and don't be scared to reach out, man. Like we trying to really build stuff up. So we out here.
Let's go.
Reach out, turn up. You know what I'm saying? We trying to make the city great.
Turn up. Turn
For sure,
up.
for sure.
Savage Royale, Just Will, Corey Grant.
Yes,
Peace.
yes. Peace.